Come on.
Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now so far, we've covered dark superheroes and villains, as well as a ghoul school, 3 ancient witches, a creepy house with a clock in its walls, a Yeti comedy, and a scavenger hunt in the land of darkness. So, for tonight, we're going to go over a new monster movie. And what better way to get a monster movie than from a family-friendly horror book series? Yes, people, we're talking about Goosebumps again. Now, as I said in my blog from 3 years ago, I think the 2015 Goosebumps movie was a great film, due to it acting as a tribute to R.L. Stine's book series. And I think it gives the Goosebumps TV series a run for its money. Also, the villain Slappy was really psychotic and threatening, and he became one of my top 13 scariest monsters in a live-action film. Now, have you guys ever thought, what would it be like if there was ever a Goosebumps-themed Halloween? Well, that's a very smart question, and luckily, that's the subject of my blog tonight. Released on October 12, 2018, the movie is Goosebumps 2: Haunted Halloween. Now let's get started. While collecting junk one day, best friends Sunny and Sam meet Slappy, a mischievous talking dummy from an unpublished Goosebumps book by R.L. Stine. Hoping to start his own family, Slappy kidnaps Sunny's mother and brings all of his ghoulish friends back to life, and just in time for Halloween. As the sleepy town becomes overrun with monsters, witches, and other mysterious creatures, Sunny joins forces with his sister Sarah, his best friend Sam, and a kindly neighbor to save Sunny's mom and foil Slappy's plan. So, what do I think of this movie? Well, this movie really blew me away. Plus, believe it or not, it brings Halloween to life in a way that I never thought of before. But to further explain why I enjoyed the movie, let's move on to Mustang Notes. On September 2nd, 2015, it was reported that a sequel was in the planning stages, with Sony looking for a screenwriter. On January 17th, 2017, a January 26, 2018 release date was set, and Rob Letterman confirmed that he was going to return as director for the sequel. On February 6, 2017, it was announced that the film's release date had been delayed to September 21, 2018, taking the place of the release date previously held by Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. In May 2017, the title was initially said to be Goosebumps Horrorland. In November 2017, Rob Lieber was tapped to pen the script. And then, in December 2017, Ari Sandel was announced as Letterman's directorial replacement due to Letterman being busy on directing Detective Pikachu for Legendary Entertainment. In December 2017, the sequel's release date was pushed to October 12, 2018. Filming began on March 7th, and in April 2018. The title was renamed Haunted Halloween. Now, what do I think of the rest of the movie? Well, in my opinion, I like mostly everything in this movie. For example, since the story takes place around late October, I like how the town of Wondercliff, New York looks in this movie, especially with the many Halloween decorations and props. Most of these I can never witness around my neighborhood or in stores. Also, this movie brings back a lot of fond memories from the Goosebumps books and the 2015 movie. Also, the way the monsters, come to life is a tad similar to the monsters from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Plus, like in the first film, R.L. Stine makes a cameo at the end of the movie. However, instead of being a teacher, Stine plays a principal. However, there was one part about this movie that I didn't really like. The 3 bullies who pick on our main characters. Speaking of which, let's go over the characters and the cast. Let's start with our 3 main characters. Sonny Quinn, his sister Sarah, and his best friend Sam. Sonny is played by Jeremy Ray Taylor, who got to play Ben from the 2017 It movie, which will continue next year. Sarah is played by Madison Iseman, who got to be in Tales of Halloween and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. And Sam is played by Kal-El Harris. To me, these 3 kids are very relatable. Sonny is a very smart kid, and I like that he's been working on a model of Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Electrical Tower for his science class. Sarah is a responsible girl who looks after her brother while she's working on a paper in order to get into Columbia University, and she deals with a jerkish boyfriend named Tyler. And Sam is the founder of the Junk Brothers. Next we come to Slappy, the living dummy from the Night of the Living Dummy book, and the main villain of the movie, who's this time voiced by Mick Wingard, who voiced Mr. Wilkinson from the horrible Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka crossover movie. In this film, Slappy is way more menacing than in the first film. Not only can he teleport in the shadows, but he can move things with his mind. Plus, he even humiliates a bully named Tommy by pulling down his pants, injures Tyler by having a ladder collapse, and he gets Sonny into trouble by having his model blow up the science lab. His evil plan is to bring Halloween decorations to life. Not only do few of them come from a few Goosebumps books, but most of them consist of witches, gummy bears, a headless horseman, winged jack-o'-lanterns, a giant spider made of balloons, purple goblin creatures, and more. Next we have Goosebumps author R.L. Stine, once again played by Jack Black, whom I've talked about in my blog of The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Unlike in the previous movie, Stine is barely in this movie, but after getting a phone message from Sarah, he drives over to Wardenclyffe. However, my favorite moment that involves Stine is when he spots a red balloon, which I think is supposed to represent it, and he comments that he thought of it before Stephen King did. And I liked when Stine gave Sarah some advice, which helped her with her entrance paper. Next we have Sonny and Sarah's mom, Kathy, played by Wendy McLendon-Covey, whom I know from the 2005 Bewitched movie and The Search for Santa Paws. In the movie, Kathy works at a pharmacy. To me, she can be very strict, but a very supportive mom. However, I did feel scared when Slappy kidnapped her and turned her into a human dummy. Next, we have Walter, played by Chris Parnell, who got to voice Miggs in Elena of Avalor and Stan the Fishman in Hotel Transylvania 3. Walter is the manager of the local pharmacy who has a crush on Kathy. However, later in the movie, Walter becomes part of Slappy's monster army when a haunted mask gets strapped to his head and he gets turned into a hunchbacked ogre. Another character to talk about is Mr. Chu, played by Ken Jeong, who got to be in the Hangover movies, and he'll be in the upcoming Wonder Park movie next year. Chu is a man who lives next door to Sunny and Sarah. In my opinion, this guy is a tad crazy when it comes to Halloween decorating, and he can be, well, weird at times, but I think he was a pretty good supporting character when he showed the kids his crafts lab and provided them with homemade Halloween costumes in order for them to get through town without the monsters attacking them. By the way, do you guys want to know what I'm planning to be for Halloween? Well, here's a picture from a Halloween party that I attended recently. If you guys don't know what I'm supposed to be, well, I'm posing as a candy-craving zombie. Thanks for the inspiration, Pinkie Pie! Now on to my final words. Overall, Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween is another great film to see for the Halloween season. The setting in Wardenclyffe is great, the story does a great job bringing Halloween to life, and most of the monsters featured in this film are very creative. Sunny, Sarah, and Sam are interesting and relatable main characters. Slappy is equally as eccentric, mischievous, and menacing as he was 3 years ago. Mr. Chu may be a tad odd, but he was a decent supporting character. And while R.L. Stine was pretty late, he was still very memorable. If you guys are fans of the Goosebumps books, or if you liked the first movie, then I guess you should check this movie out. As for my rating, I give this movie a full 100%. Well, that's all for now, everyone. Be sure to join me for my next blog, where we look into a new addition to a legendary horror franchise, Mustang Power.